Hello fellow orchid lovers, welcome back to my grow room. It's been a little while since I've posted a video. The last video I posted was the care collab on my Paphiopedilum orchids, and I've been meaning to give you guys an update and also do a couple more videos, but I haven't gotten around to it, and so I wanted to just bring you in for a quick visit for now, just so that you can see what's going on. As you can see, my phalaenopsis collection is doing pretty good. So I have a wall of flowers. I'll bring you in to take a look in a second. I also want to show you some other stuff. So I'll try to go quickly, but yet take time so you can see everything. This is my Dendrobium atroviolaceum. This is a Latoria type Dendrobium. It is my favorite of my Latoria types. It has like a white chocolate smell, at least that's what I perceive it as. And I just love the spots, and the lip is gorgeous. So she put out quite a few blooms. She skipped a year. Last year she didn't bloom, she just grew. And this year she put out quite a few blooms. My Nora Takanaga has 2 blooms. She's pretty much in constant bloom. And these are really pretty. I love how the white really contrasts that lip. This is my Manii cross phalaenopsis, and she always does a really long spike, and then she just keeps going. She usually just keeps pushing out the bottom. It looks like this might be the last bud though, because that mitten is awful small, but who knows? She likes to be unpredictable, but there's a pretty decent spike from her, and she'll keep those blooms for a while. The phalaenopsis, I'm hoping they're going to keep their blooms. Usually this time of year, it's kind of like a catch-22, because I want the grow room to warm up so the cattleyas can get happy and start blooming. But the warmer it gets, the less happy the phalaenopsis get, and they start dropping their blooms. So hopefully I can kind of keep both parties happy, but probably not. Usually the phalaenopsis start dropping their blooms because they get unhappy. So this is technically a no-name mini, but I think this is a Sogo Vivian. At least that's what I've been told by some of my viewers who have it. So she's doing really good. She's probably going to extend for a little while longer. She usually does. My pink girl, her spike is going over now. I love these little blooms with the freckles on them, so cute. This is a no-name phalaenopsis that I picked up at a local store. She's usually pretty good about putting out an extensive spike too. I'm trying to find the mitten. I don't know. I can't find it. So I don't know if she's going to keep going, but that's a pretty extensive spike. This is another little mini. I did a flower arrangement for an occasion, and I kind of injured this orchid a little bit when I was taking the flower arrangement apart, but she's really cute too. This is the one that my niece Kaylin picked out. I love how the lip is white and it contrasts with the pink, and it's a pretty extensive spike. It's just weird, she kind of grew her like branches really close, so like there's so many blooms in here, but you can't even see them all because they're just all so smushed together. I tried to spread it apart, but I don't want to break the spike, so most of these are going to be no names. I do have names for them, but they're not like their registered name. That one is registered. That's Elegant Karen Aloha. She's a pretty reliable bloomer. All of these have become pretty reliable bloomers at this point. This is like a bigger version of that mini on the lower level. That's one of my oldest phals up there. I've had her since 2016. This is Caitlin. This is named after my niece Caitlin. That's just a plain pink, but really vivid color. It's too bad it's backlit because it's got a really nice color to it. This is a really beautiful yellow one. I don't have a ton of yellow, so I love the little pops of yellow. This is a really pretty pink one. I have another kind of orangey, pinky one up there. That's also It's the same type as my older one. That I got that at the same time, so they're both around the same ages, from like 2016. This is the orchid my sister-in-law gave me. That's another yellow one. This is one that I picked up in Aldi last year, I think. Huge, huge blooms, really, really pretty. And then we have a couple mini phals here. This is another one that looks kind of like that other mini I showed you. The lip is a little different. This is my Aurora. This is the one that I've had like 3 of these, and I'm trying to keep, for some reason, this white phalaenopsis with this really bright pink lip, they like to die, and I don't know what. Might be something in the cross. This one, the spike's going over, but the tip of it is looking like it's gonna extend on both of them. So I'm gonna get more blooms. And then this one is that mini phal that I didn't know what the blooms were when I got it, and she finally bloomed for me. This is the one my niece Charlie gave me, so it's named after her. This is Charlie. I only have 1 bloom left on that one. I have another phal and spike back there, but she's not blooming out yet. And then this is Aubrey. This is after my niece Aubrey. My green apples is putting out another spike. Sorry, the steam. My green apples is putting out another spike, so that's good. My Roy Tucanaga went like crazy this year and gave me 4 spikes. Never given me 4 spikes before, but it is the one next to the window is starting to go over. But this has been in bloom for, I don't even know how long, really long time. It held on to its blooms. Here's another hybrid phalaenopsis with no name. Then this is my microchip down here. This orchid is never out of bloom, and it's always got tons and tons and tons of spikes. And it has a faint scent too. It's a little spicy. It's not like, I wouldn't call it pleasant, but the blooms are beautiful. And as long as you don't stick your nose in there, you don't get too much of a scent. My Catatante is not in bloom, but it's spiking fine. It didn't spike last year, it skipped it. And then it's got another one right here. Sorry, it's so badly backlit. This particular plant was covered in spider mites. I actually, last weekend, I finally got the opportunity to treat my plants for spider mites. So that's something that I've been meaning to do for months and haven't been able to get around to. My Curvifolium gave me 3 spikes this year. She usually only gives me 1, but all 3 of her fans spiked this year. And they've actually been out for quite a while. So I'm really thrilled with the spikes this year on this plant. The next thing I'm going to show you is my Prostechia. She put out a really nice spike. She smells beautiful. And then one of her other growths has just 1 bloom. My Yellowbird is in bloom. She has 2 spikes. They're getting a little on the older side. One thing that I love about the Yellowbird is it blooms out pink and then it changes to this yellow, which is really cool. And then my Greenbird is also in bloom. I broke like most of this plant last year. I dropped it, and I thought I shocked it to the point that it wasn't going to bloom again for a while, but it did bloom, so I'm happy about that. My Hauserman Pegasus is in bloom. So it's one of those big, big blooms, really pretty. I don't think I have any other sheaths right now, but some of the, I have new growths on a lot of them. I also wanted to show you this. These 2 orchids don't live in here, but I brought them in to show you since they're in bloom. This is my Andrea West, my Miltoniopsis Andrea West. She is in bloom. I absolutely adore the colors on this. It's a little washed out. I think you're seeing it a little more creamy. It's actually like a really pretty butter yellow. So it contrasts beautifully with this. She lives in my bathroom, which faces north. And even though she gets mostly like late afternoon sun, she's obviously getting a little too much. So I gotta put up like a sheer curtain or something. And then this is something Compton. I forget the name, and the tag honestly is probably buried somewhere. She doesn't live in here either. She lives in my game room. She gets a lot of light, like a lot of light, unfiltered, direct sunlight, and that finally induced her to bloom. She would not bloom for years. It's probably one of my oldest cattleyas. I think I got this in 2016, and I couldn't get her to bloom. And I finally just was like, you know what? I'm gonna give her more light than I think she needs, and she finally bloomed. So she likes it out there. But one of her blooms is starting to go over, so I wanted to show you these blooms before she's gone. Let's see what else. I have a Tolumnia in bloom, which you're probably not going to be able to see because of all the backlighting, which is a shame because it's really pretty bloom. Let me see if I can tip it so there you can kind of see it. This is Jarek Flyer MO05. Very fancy. My Howiara Lava Burst has 2 spikes, so I'll show you those when they finally open. Trying to go methodically here. My Pinguicula is really good. She had like a brief winter rest kind of where the main plant kind of died off, and then she got 2 pups that replaced her. So she's doing really good. Thank you again, Yoshi. I love it. This is another mini fowl that I don't have an ID for, but she's really cute. She's got like a really cool pattern on her sepals. I always have to think before I say that. And then up here, my Vanda is in bloom. She just won't stop, and I love it. This is Sensei Blue. And once I got her to bloom, she just keeps blooming, which is amazing. And these blooms, I mean, look at that. There's huge, huge blooms. Absolutely love it. Trying to think if there are any spikes up there. I don't think so. This one, what is the name of this one? I don't know. I don't think it's, maybe it is. I think it's, no, I think this tag is in the wrong one, honestly, because that's not the name of it. But it's really pretty. It's got like a beautiful like burgundy, not burgundy, like copper color. I hope that's coming through. It's above my head, so I can't really tell. But I love, 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 love these flowers. And then this one over here is some type of lava something or other. Where's the tag? Oh, sorry. Oh, no, it's Fuego Ideal Wilsonara. This was a free plant, actually, that I got from Calipana. When I placed an order with them, they sent a free plant. They did that a couple of times. Actually, the Andrea West that I just showed you before was a free plant as well. And then I have a phalaenopsis spike there and a phalaenopsis spike there. So I have quite a few things in bloom. Usually the spring, you know, April, May is usually pretty nice in here. When June comes around and those hot temperatures kick in, the phalaenopsis start going bye-bye. So I wanted to bring you in because, you know, the weather's been so unpredictable. It was snowing like a week ago, and now it's like 70-something degrees. And before it snowed, it was 90 degrees one day. So the weather's so unpredictable. I don't know how long these blooms are going to stick around. So I wanted to bring you in here before I lose everything, so you can see how everything's going. So I hope you guys are enjoying your spring. I hope that you're having a lovely time with friends and family, and I will talk to you all next time.